Hello and welcome back to Monster Hunter Double Cross, where today we're going to be fighting all of the Fated Four. So, I mean, not all at once. They're on separate quests, so it won't be as exciting as I made it seem, but it'll be happening. And since we've got Ice Res here, I guess we're going to tackle Gammoth first. So, Gammoth. And let's bring cleansers. So we're fighting her here, which is fine. It's a fairly aesthetically pleasing area. Just a bit too reminiscent of the first fight against her, which I imagine is probably the point. Just... there's only 2 areas she can ever be. Well, I mean, 2 maps. 3 areas in this map. But considering there's only 2 maps she can ever be on, it gets a little stale. Whereas Mizutsune can be in the Misty Peaks, it can be in the Primordial Forest, it can be in the jungle. Like, monsters that you can fight in more places, I feel always are more interesting because there's more places you can fight them. I mean, just right off the bat. And that means that there can be more variety in the fight. Even if it's just variety in the scenery. So what I'm trying to say is Gammoth is the worst of the Fated Four. And I know there are some people who would take umbrage to that, but I'm not one of them. Umbrage to my saying it. It's a shame because aesthetically, Gammoth is one of the more interesting of the Fated Four, in my opinion. Like, it's a giant mammoth. That's pretty cool. Though I suppose it is a fairly boring giant mammoth, considering it's a giant mammoth. Doesn't have too much to set it apart from, I don't know, some ordinary freaking giant mammoth. I mean, sure, it's got snow, and it's got the shell on its face and its legs, but other than that, it's a giant mammoth. Ow. No sub. And she's limping. And now she's angry. And now she's dead. That was a nice, easy Gammoth. Took just shy of 3.5 minutes. Didn't get any leg breaks, but it looks like we did get both face breaks as well as the trunk break. And to think they could have solved Gammoth's only being in 2 areas, or 2 maps problem, had they just brought back the tundra for Barioth to live in. And had they brought back the tundra, they might have also brought back Giginox, which would have been nice. Because Giginox is actually a good monster. Unlike a certain other similar flabby white-ish thing. So, looks like we can only get Ice Res now, so I guess we're fighting Gammoth again, right? Nah. We'll go for Glav, because I have already got plenty of Fire Res. And here we go. Not even going to worry about the tail. I have severed so many Glavenus tails, it doesn't even matter. Though if it does get hot, we will be attacking it, mainly because Glavenus's tail, when hot, is pretty weak. And we've already pissed him off. Oh look, his tail's hot. Well, I guess I know what I'm going for when he's down. I mean, sure, we're on the wrong side, but that's nothing a little movement can't fix. Tail break. Figured I might as well charge up while he does. I had meant to roll to the side there, and I was holding to the side, but I guess that was me not dodging the right direction as a result of pressing it while I was getting up. Ha ha! I repeat, ha ha. So it sounds like we got a face break and maybe an arm break. Yep, looks like it. And there's the back, leaving face break number 2 as our only remaining break. Sounds like we got it. Also looks like we got it. If I had more energy, could have at least done more pulses there. Thanks for roaring me out of stun. That was close. caught his tail. I'm not one of those players who can stand to leave something uncarved when it's so clearly just right there. Like, I know I don't need the parts, but I need to carve it. Haha. Unfortunately, we're in sword mode and far away, so don't get to take advantage of that knockdown very much, but he's dead anyway, so who cares? And we got all the brakes on him, too. And now we've just got Mizutsune and Astalos left to do before our next round of keys unlocks. Though said round is just 2 keys, but I imagine it'll also come with unlocks of a bunch of other non-keys. Just following the pattern of the last tier. Unlock last set of keys also unlocks a bunch of stuff that aren't keys but are more difficult than the rest of the stuff in that tier. Whoops, need to get food. So we can get Thunder Res, which means Astalos. And here we go. Depending on how many times he charges up his wings, this may go really fast or not as fast. Really depends how many times he charges up his everything, because his charged up spots take way more damage. Excuse me, sir, do you have a moment? I need to fight you. It would have been so much better if the Deviant Fated 4 had the Fated 4 music. Like, even if it was just the same track as this for the Deviant Astalos, it would have been much more interesting. Like, it doesn't even have to be some neat Deviant cover of it. Just have it not be the standard Deviant theme. Come on. Ow. Just trying to do the math in my head here on how many quests in this game use the standard Deviant theme. And the answer is, let's see here. There's a lot. There were 120 in Monster Hunter Generations or Cross. And then this game, since it adds 5 more deviants that use the theme. And it adds, for each of those 5, there's 6 quests that use it. Also, we just got an Astalos gem. So that's already 30 more quests that use the theme. And then there's 12 more deviants who have 6 quests each that use the theme. So that is another 72. So there are 222 quests that use the theme. Probably plus a couple, because I'm sure at least some of the Diablos Deviant quests have other deviants in them. In which case, if you kill the Diablos Deviant first, you'll end up hearing the other Deviant music as well. That's way too many quests to have the same theme playing. Especially considering the sheer diversity of the monsters that use that same theme. I'm super not a fan of the Deviant theme, in case that's not clear. Very flashy. And now we've just got Mizutsune. And looks like we do not have the ability of getting water res, but fire res is the next best thing, right? Deviant Mizutsune uses fire. That counts. I don't need that set. Okay. Started about as far away from it as we could. But I think going this way will get us there fastest. Pretty much any path we took would have been 3 load screens. I just think that these 3 happen to be the closest together. And I don't need to paint this thing. It doesn't jump from place to place on this map. Haha. You thought you were gonna get me, but I got you. And now let's just go for the face. It's here. And we can get it good. Dang it. Jumped a moment too late there. A bit earlier and we would have jumped off him as he attacked. Ow. There's tail break. And again, we got double bubbled instantly. And yet, the Deviant Mizutsune didn't do that to us. Is that just a change they made to regular Mizutsune, or is it because we've got the Glavenus armor, or... I have no idea why it is. Also, wow, way to knock yourself over because you landed on the bug. And now the only breaks we don't have are the claws. Because, yeah, there's a little, like, for lack of a better term, like a glowy sound that happens after we get bubbled, and then we get double bubbled when that sound plays. And I don't know what the cause is. But until proven otherwise, I'm just going to assume it's because we're wearing Glavenus armor, and they wanted these monsters to counter each other more. You gonna limp? Time to get our tail. Was it about to go to sleep and we just stopped it? That should be the only reason it would have just spotted us like that. Wow, you actually managed to get me with your straight laser. This water blight is not doing it for me. There we go. And thus the fated four have fallen. That almost took 5 minutes. It's gonna be nice, actually, fighting Barioth and Gore. Those are fun monsters. It's not like I couldn't before. Could fight them in G rank if I wanted. I actually have 2 Chaos Gore quests. But yeah, it's just... Well, we'll get to see Barioth's intro. That'll be something. Even though the intros in this game are short and not exactly exciting. It's not like we haven't fought fun monsters along the way to here. And apparently that was a silver larger. Why couldn't it have been gold, huh? You're still not feeling better? What's it gonna take? Me actually killing a Valfalk? Oh. The gang's all here. Talking about how we can stop Valfalk. Okay, Gore Magala. Just Gore? Where's the Barioth? I guess Barioth comes after Gore. But Gore comes after this quest. So join us next time for... or after this episode. So join us next time for Gore Magala, and then probably Barioth, and then probably whatever the urgent is, probably Valfalk. See you then, friends.